We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. You talk about this Jets defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
All again on 2nd down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Hard to believe Cooks is only 30 with all that he's accomplished. It's also hard to believe he's on his 5th NFL stop, now with Dallas. Changes of scenery work great for him. Every time he's moved, he's had 1,000 yards in his first season with his new team.
They run here with Dowdle. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you meet.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Rodgers now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Try to get that pass to Jeremy Ruckert. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Rodgers. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, they'll strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
On the run, it's Dowdle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Cowboys nothing.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Prescott on first down. That's caught once again by Gallup. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down and 6 now. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 23, here's the second down and 6. To the air again, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Running left, it's Hall. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 51 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be up to that kind of stuff.
In fact, he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine the success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up. They'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers now to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now a 2nd and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 37. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now, hang on. We've got an injured player down there. And, oh, my, that's Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Back to the ground with Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 3. A first throw for the backup Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Spinning away. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Hall on a give up the middle. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's got room. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere. They sniffed it out from the start, and it'll turn into a big loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Connection made to Rucker.
The coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, they're hoping the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because offense, you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead is Hall. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him ran complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And this is back to an 8-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touch. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Going right back to Wilson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Hall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. A handoff for Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to the ground. This time Cook. Oh, what a move. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Now he's loose at the 40. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll run here with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Play action. Now Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front and create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, here's Wilson. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races down the right side. Breaks through the contact. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. C.J. Mosley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Over the middle, complete. It's Vaughn. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free. And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Hall. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Hall again on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 55 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to. And this time he is in. Breece Hall, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Prescott. Able to find Gallup.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboy.
Here's Dak. Eluding the pressure right. And he's caught by Lamb. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But it's fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Giants, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.